Angel Garcia.
I'm assuming you are, it's not one of our in custodies. You probably need to be in front of the judge.
We have a Zoom formal hearing.
A Zoom formal hearing, then yes, you want to be in front of the judge.
You mean in person?
No, the judge's Zoom.
Oh,
Give me the judge's Zoom number, please.
okay. I have two Zooms. That might be why. Is it the 9481?
I don't know. It's whichever one is on there is the, yeah, 9483062. Oh, I should not read that out on YouTube.
I got it. Thank you. I'm sorry about that. I'll log on to that one.
That's okay. Thank you. Oh, we're off to a good start this morning. Okay, well, 14B District Court is now in session. This is Magistrate Hilary Braley presiding. Okay. Good morning. And Mr. Alcamisi, you are going to have to unmute. Okay. Now calling case number 24W001160. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Allah Alcamisi. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the deputy.
Deputy Alex Phillips, PHILLIES, with the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Alcamisi, you need to unmute and state your name for the record.
Hi, my name is Allah Al-Khamisi.
Okay, thanks very much. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated April 13th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Holmes Road at or near Peabody Street in excess of the speed limit. You were clocked going 60 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. You were written up for speeding 6 to 10 over, so 36 in a 30. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a civil infraction, which is exactly what it sounds like. There are no criminal penalties associated with this, no jail time, no probation. You have three basic options. What you can do is accept responsibility. That is basically admit that you were speeding and pay the fine. You can accept responsibility with an explanation so that the court can take into consideration any mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine. The court does not control points at all. Or you can deny responsibility, that is, deny that you were speeding, at which point we will proceed to the informal hearing. The court will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision based on preponderance of the evidence. That's basically 49%, 51%. Okay. Do you understand those options?
Yeah, I will pay for.
Okay. So you're saying you're going to just pay the ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you are accepting responsibility and you're going to pay the ticket. Okay. Well, thank you. In that case, for 6 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, the associated fine is $130.
Sure. I'm guilty. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Well, and as I said, this isn't a criminal proceeding, so you are saying that you are responsible. We're not talking guilt or innocence at this point. Okay. So, okay. Then if you are accepting responsibility for this, then the court sentences you to pay the $130. Are you going to be doing that since you're here at the court?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then, well, thank you very much. This hearing is concluded. You are free to sign off Zoom, and Deputy Phillips, I think that was your only one with us.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You are both free to go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. This morning. Here, stop for a second. Okay, that's okay. Mr. Holder, I'll be with you in just a moment.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Give me just a moment. Trooper Ryan, what? Oh, wait, no, you weren't here. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. Deputy Trascos.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't have you on my list this morning. Who are
It's
you here?
Deputy Van Huysen is what it shows up as. He was my recruit deputy at the time.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, give me just a second. Okay. Okay, Deputy Pearson. Now calling case number 24W001145. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Ronald Holder. Appearances for the record, starting with the deputy.
Deputy Austin Pearson.
Okay, you are very quiet, so you might want to move closer or something. Okay, Mr. Holder, state your name for the record.
Ronald D. Holder.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated April 11th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date, you did operate a motor vehicle on South Huron at or near Brinker and performed improper passing. So, do you understand that charge?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. So you have three basic options today. First off, let me say this is a civil infraction. There are no criminal penalties associated with this, no jail time, no probation. You have three options. You can accept responsibility, that is admit to the improper passing and pay the ticket. You can admit responsibility with an explanation so that the court can take into consideration any mitigating factors and lessen or eliminate the fine, not the points. The court does not control the points.
Yes, ma'am.
Finally, you can deny responsibility, that is deny passing improperly, and the court will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision at that point based on preponderance of the evidence. So you understand those three options?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, before we get started, Deputy Pearson, did you have anything that you wanted to say?
No.
Okay, thank you. Then, Mr. Holder, given those three options, which one do you want to go with?
Deny responsibility, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Then both of you raise your right hand, prepare to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief? Deputy Pearson?
I do.
Mr. Holder?
I do.
Okay, thank you. So, the way that we are going to do this, because Deputy Pearson is the officer in charge of writing the citation, he is going to give his testimony first. You will not interrupt him. After he is finished, it will be your turn. He will not interrupt you either. Okay, and at the end of it, the court will make a decision. Again, it's based on preponderance of the evidence, which is basically a 51% to 49% standard. Okay? Okay, do you have any
Yes.
questions about any of that?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then Deputy Pearson, you may proceed.
On April 11th, I was driving back to Station 2 in Ypsilanti Township. I was southbound on Huron. I got behind I believe it was a white Ford Explorer as we were at James L. Hart. The light just had turned green as I got behind the car. We started driving south, and he drove through the shared lane to pass a vehicle in the left lane. I'd also just like to note that at the time of this incident, it was downpouring rain.
Okay. And did you have any witnesses or other evidence that you wanted to present?
If the court would like, I could play my dash cam.
If you've got that readily available, then sure.
It says that you have the screen sharing disabled currently.
You should be able to try now.
Oh, hold on. I think I need to share with Sal. All right. Can you see it okay?
Yes.
And that's the extent. He just pulls over after that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Holder, were you able to see that okay?
Not very well, but that's okay.
Okay. Would you like Deputy Pearson to play it again?
No,
Would that be-
ma'am.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Thank you. Then, Deputy Pearson, did you have anything else that you wanted to add?
No, that is it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Holder, give me just one moment.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Mr. Holder,
Yes, ma'am.
your testimony?
Okay, I'm sorry, couldn't hear. I got off the highway, like you said, was coming down the road, and a car came from the right-hand lane and almost clipped my front fender. And at that time, all I did was react and jumped in the left lane, passed the vehicle, and got back over. And that was really the extent of it.
Okay. So that I'm understanding you. So what you're saying is while you were driving, a car came from over here and you thought it was going to move over and impact your vehicle, so you moved over to avoid it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Deputy Pearson,
Yes.
would you be able to play that video for me one more time?
Yes.
Thank you.
What is that?
Sorry. That's a report.
Sorry, I apologize.
All right.
There's the car.
Can you back it up for me?
I can also zoom in a little if you want.
That would be helpful, and I think one more time should do it. Okay. Mr. Holder, were you able to see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I mean, based on what I am seeing here, that car was in front of you already. Okay. So, what I will say, you were cited for improper passing under MCL 257.636, which states, the following rules govern the overtaking and passing of vehicles proceeding in the same direction, subject to sections 637 to 642A. The driver of a vehicle overtaking another vehicle proceeding in the same direction shall pass at a safe distance to the left of that vehicle, and when safely clear of the overtaken vehicle, shall take up a position as near the right-hand edge of the main traveled portion of the highway as is practicable. Now, section 257.638 states that a vehicle shall not be driven to the left side of the center of a 2-lane highway or in the center lane of a 3-lane highway in overtaking and passing another vehicle proceeding in the same direction, unless the left side or center lane is clearly visible and is free of oncoming traffic for a sufficient distance ahead to permit the overtaking and passing to be completely made without interfering with the safe operation of a vehicle approaching from the opposite direction or the vehicle overtaken. So based on what I was able to see and based on the law, at this point, I am finding you not responsible. So
Thank you.
thank you. So after an informal hearing, as I said, Mr. Holder, you are being found not responsible for improper passing. Deputy Pearson, if you feel the need to, my decision may be appealed within 7 days and would be reheard by Judge Washington.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Thank you both. This hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. Did it.
Hey, you are still
know.
on Zoom, and I
I'm
can see, and you're on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
I
I'm sorry, I'm
appreciate
happy.
that you're excited. I'm going to remove you from the courtroom now. The court's going to take a moment. Mr. Lindeman, I will be with you in just a moment. Now calling case number 24W001303. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Zachary James Lindeman. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the deputy.
Deputy Richard Traskos.
Thank you. Mr. Lindeman.
Zachary Lindeman.
Okay, thank you very much. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. As I'm sure you heard previously, this means that there is no criminal penalty associated with this, so no jail time, no probation. What I have is a citation dated April 24th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Textile at or near Whitaker and failed to stop for a school bus. I have a note that says that you disobeyed school buses flashing reds. So do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Now, you may have already heard, but you have three basic options. You can accept responsibility, that is, admit that you failed to stop for the school bus, basically pay the ticket. You can accept responsibility with an explanation, so the court can take into consideration any mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate fine. Again, not the points. The court does not control the points. Finally, you can deny responsibility, at which point we will proceed to an informal hearing. The court will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision. So, you understand those options?
Yes, Your Honor.
Deputy Traskos, was there anything that you wanted to say before we get started?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Lindeman, which of those three options would you like to go with?
I will accept responsibility with an explanation.
Okay. Then you may, actually, let me swear you in. Do you raise your right hand? Thank you. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief, Mr. Lindeman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed with your explanation.
Yes, so I was headed home after work on Textile, and there was a line of cop cars on the side of the road at the intersection. I believe they were already taking someone in. And I saw the school bus coming from some distance. However, I did not see any flashing yellow, so I was not, I do not believe that I was notified enough to stop with the vehicle that I was driving, which takes some more time to stop than others. So I did brake. I did come to a complete stop. My driver's seat wasn't about in line with the driver's seat of the school bus. And it was at that point that I was pulled over and given a citation.
And when you say that you were on Textile and there were a bunch of cars at the cop cars at the intersection, that's the intersection with Whitaker Road?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And which direction were you going down Textile? Was it towards Belleville or away?
Away from Belleville.
And the school bus was coming towards you?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Thank you. The court does accept your plea of responsible with an explanation. The associated fine for this is $340. I will lower that to $200. And as stated, I cannot do anything about the points. So there
Thank
are
you,
3
Your Honor.
points associated with that. Yes, you are welcome. Okay. How much time do you think you need to pay that?
I can pay immediately.
Thank you. Then if you're able to do that, I would say give it about 24 hours and then you should be able to pay online.
Thank you,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. This hearing is concluded and you are both free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Good morning. Now calling case number 24W001415. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Dominique Reddick. Appearances for the record, please, starting with Deputy Lowhorn.
Good morning, ma'am. Deputy Brianna Lahorn.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Reddick, please unmute and state your name for the record.
Sorry, Dominique Reddick.
Very much. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated May 4th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Textile Road at or near Huron River Drive and did fail to yield the right of way to an emergency vehicle. This is a civil infraction, which is exactly what it sounds like. There is no criminal penalty associated with this, no probation, no jail time. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
Thank you. So you have 3 basic options in regards to this citation today. You can accept responsibility, that is basically admit that you failed to yield the right of way to the emergency vehicle and pay the ticket. You can accept responsibility with an explanation so that the court can take into consideration any mitigating factors and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine, not the points. The court has no control over the points. Okay. Finally, you can deny responsibility, that is basically deny that you failed to yield the right of way, at which point the court will proceed to an informal hearing, will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision based on preponderance of the evidence, which is basically a 51%, 49%. Okay, so do you understand all that?
Yes.
Thank you. Before we get started, Deputy Lowhorn, did you have anything that you wanted to say?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Then given those 3 options, Ms. Reddick, which one did you want to go with?
I want to go with the last one. If I can explain, if that's okay.
Well, okay, so really quickly, the last option was denying responsibility and going to an informal hearing. So is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay, so if we do that, you'll be denying responsibility for failing to yield the right of way. The court will be swearing you in and taking testimony from both sides. Okay, so that's the option that you want to go with?
Yes.
Okay, so Deputy Lowhorn, unmute, and both of you raise your right hands. Okay. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief? Deputy Lowhorn?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Reddick?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, the way that this is going to work, because Deputy Lowhorn is the officer in charge of issuing the citation, she will testify first. You will not interrupt her. After she concludes her testimony, it will be your turn to provide yours. She will not interrupt you either. Okay. Okay. So, Deputy Lowhorn, you may proceed.
Good morning, ma'am. On May 4th, I was passenger with my partner, Deputy Sims, who was the driver of our vehicle that night. We were on a traffic stop on Textile and Huron River Drive. During this traffic stop, there was a white SUV that passed Deputy Sims on the driver's side at a higher rate of speed, as well as too close. I personally did not observe this as I was on the passenger side of the vehicle during this traffic stop. He came back to the vehicle, he let me know what had happened, and we proceeded to abandon that traffic stop and pull over the white SUV. Ms. Reddick was identified as the driver of that vehicle and was issued a citation for failing to yield to our traffic stop.
Okay, thank you. And do you have any witnesses or anything else that you wanted to, any evidence that you wanted to provide?
I do have our dash cam footage of that previous traffic stop that you can see the white SUV passing Deputy Sims.
Okay. Then if you could just share that with us, please.
Of course. Let me know if you have any trouble seeing it.
Are you able to just share your screen?
I am not, unfortunately, but here I can press play. So that is the white SUV that passed him at the high rate of speed.
Okay. And do you have any sort of evidence of what that high rate of speed was?
I do not. I can pull up his audio. You can kind of hear the like the audio on his body cam, I'm sorry, that you can kind of hear the exhaust, if that helps.
That should be necessary. Ms. Reddick.
Yes. I was coming down, approaching Huron River Drive, and it was a red light at the time of me approaching. Right, I had to slow down to approach the red light, but as soon as I was approaching, the light turned green. Before the light turned green, I seen the officers coming over Textile to do a traffic stop. As you can see in the video, I was trying to get over a little bit more over past the yellow line because I am a school bus driver. I know that I would have to give them enough space during a traffic stop. And once I turned the corner, like I said, I was trying to give him enough space. That's why I tried to get as close over the yellow line as possible. And by the time I got to Bridge Road in the turning lane to turn left again, I seen their lights in my rearview mirror. Like she said, I didn't see her. I'm guessing because she was the passenger. He did get out the vehicle at Bridge Road stop in the turning lane, which I didn't know he was out of the car. I just saw the light, so I was going to turn the corner to pull over. And that's when he told me that once I pulled over that I failed to yield. But like I said, I saw the lights. I tried to go get as far over as I could without going onto the other side of the road, without actually being in the turning lane. So And I wasn't speeding only because, like I said, I had to slow down because I was approaching a red light and then it turned green and I had to turn left.
Thank you. So, based on what I saw in the video and the law under which you were cited was MCL 257.653. This was a stationary emergency vehicle giving a visual signal. And that states that upon approaching and passing a stationary authorized emergency vehicle that is giving a visual signal, the driver of an approaching vehicle shall exhibit due care and caution on any public roadway that does not have at least 2 adjacent lanes proceeding in the same direction as the stationary authorized emergency vehicle, or if movement, well, in any case, what I am finding based on this section of the law, which you are free to look up if you want to, and based on what I saw in the video, I am finding you not responsible for failure to yield.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
this hearing is concluded. You are free to sign out of Zoom. Deputy Lowhorn, I think that was your only case as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Now calling case number 24W001296. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Azimuddin Sheikh. Appearances for the record, please.
Deputy Shanklin.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
And sir,
hello.
hi.
Hello,
State your
good
name.
morning.
Yes, state your name for the record, please.
Azimuddin Sheikh.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated April 24th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Grove Road at or near Service Drive with no proof of insurance. Do you understand that charge?
Yeah,
Okay, and at this time, do you have proof of insurance?
yeah, I just have proof of insurance. My proof of insurance.
Okay, hold it up.
Yeah,
Back up a little bit. Hold it up. so we can try to see the date. Okay. So Deputy Shankland,
Yes, Your Honor.
move it closer, because it's,
I can send you a photocopy if you
yeah,
want.
that would probably be better. Okay.
Yeah.
No. All right. Then before I get started, Deputy Shankland, do you have anything that you want to say?
Your Honor, as long as he's willing to keep that in the car, he can pull it up on his phone if he gets stopped. We can dismiss the civil infraction citation.
Okay, thank you. So, sir, the officer in charge has offered to dismiss the ticket. Okay,
Fine.
so you're agree.
Okay.
Okay, then in that case, your motion is granted and this is dismissed.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
You're most welcome. Thanks, Shanklin.
Thank you, and you're both free to go. This hearing is concluded.
Thank you. Have a good day.
That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Magistrate.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Okay, so to the device labeled Toya's iPhone.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can. Are you Toya Taylor?
Yes, I joined from my computer and my phone. So let me disconnect one second. Okay, I'm here now. Can you hear me still? I cannot hear you now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you now. Yes.
Now calling case number 24S4367884. This is the state of Michigan versus Toya Taylor. Appearances for the record, please, starting with the trooper.
Trooper Ryan, Michigan State Police, Brighton Post. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Ms. Taylor, state your name, please.
Toya Taylor.
Okay, thank you. So today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in this matter. What I have is a citation dated April 24th of 2024 that charges that on or about that date you did operate a motor vehicle on Rawsonville Road at or near I-94 in violation of the seatbelt law. Do you understand that charge?
Yes.
Okay, that is a civil infraction, which means there is no criminal penalty associated with this, no jail time or probation. Before we get started, Trooper Ryan, was there anything that you wanted to say?
Not at this time, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, Ms. Taylor, you have three options in regards to this civil infraction. You can accept responsibility, that is basically admit that you were in violation of the seatbelt law and pay the ticket, which I should note is a 0-point ticket and it's $65. You can admit responsibility with an explanation. So that is admit that you were in violation of the seatbelt law and provide any sort of mitigating factors so that the court can take those into consideration and potentially lessen or eliminate the fine. Finally, you can deny responsibility. That is deny that you were in violation of the seatbelt law, at which point we will proceed to an informal hearing. The court will swear in both sides, take testimony, and make a decision based on preponderance of the evidence, which is basically 49%, 51% standard. Okay. Do you understand those options?
Yes.
Okay. And once again, as I said, the ticket in this case is $65 and 0 points on your license. So given those three options, which one did you want to go with?
The accepting responsibility with an explanation.
Then you may actually raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to the best of your information, knowledge, and belief?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. then you may proceed with your explanation.
I was explaining to the trooper when he did pull me over that I was just getting off of work and I was heading to get something to eat. And I actually had like 2 bags of t-shirts that I was going to be delivering to an offsite the following day. And I took my seatbelt off to move those bags to the back of my seat. But I was literally like less than 5 minutes away from my home and less than maybe like 10 minutes away from where I was going to go pick up food from. So I just, was moving things back and forth. So.
Okay. Well, thank you. The court does appreciate the explanation. At this time, though, you are being sentenced to pay the $65. Okay. When can you have that done?
I am not sure. When's the latest, I guess?
So what I can do is set you for a show cause hearing July 16th. If the amount is paid before that date, then that hearing will be canceled. You won't have to come.
Do I have to go online and pay that? Do I have to come in and pay that? Or how does that work?
If you're paying in full, you can pay online. If you need to make partial payments, then you can bring them into the 14B district court or you can mail them in.
Okay, and as far as online, do I just have to go into, do I just look up the court website and pay there?
Yes. It's the 14B district court website. You'll need your ticket number. But then, yeah, you can just pay online that way. If you have any issues, you can feel free to call the court. They can talk you through it too. Okay?
Okay. Give me 1 second. What is the
so it
never mind.
I was going to say I don't have the exact URL in front of me right now, but if you Google the 14B district court, we can write it. Okay.
I have it. Thank you.
Well, thank you. This hearing is concluded and both of you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning. Can you hear me? You need to unmute.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now calling case numbers 24S 436157 A and B. These are the state of Michigan versus Sheree Thomas. Your appearance for the record, please.
I'm sorry.
State your name for the record.
Sheree Thomas.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date and time set for an informal hearing in these matters. What I have is a citation that charges that on or about April 16th of 2024, you did operate a motor vehicle on eastbound I-94 at or near Grove Street with no proof of insurance and no proof of registration. However, the officer in charge of issuing the citation has not appeared. This hearing was scheduled for 10 a.m. It is now 10:52. Therefore, these matters are dismissed.
Okay.
Okay.
I was about to say I did have the proof of insurance and registration to show you if you didn't want to see that.
Okay. Well, excellent. But it's good that you have those. Please keep copies in your car in the future. But nope, the matters are dismissed.
Okay. Thank you.
So you are free to sign out of Zoom.
Okay. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. And
Bye.
bye.